Hello, this is Craig. This is another mindful meditation video. This one is for the planet. So you'll see the picture of Earth behind me. And I got asked recently about meditation in relationship to healing what we're seeing in the world. We see a lot of suffering in the world. You only need to watch the news to see what is going on and to really feel that sadness and to feel that anger and to feel that frustration at governments and things. Uh, so this video is in response to that question. Initially, we have to sit with ourselves and notice how things make us feel. Because when we notice how things make us feel, we can look a bit deeper at those emotions and come to some realization about why we feel those things. Now, very briefly, we can feel anger or sadness at what we see because in our nature, in our root, there is compassion, there is love. We all want everyone to be loved. There's this oneness, and I call it awareness, I call it isness, beingness, that when you meditate, you leave yourself and you enter the great awareness. And the great awareness is everywhere, it's the whole universe. And that energy is love. That energy is of compassion and kindness. All you have to do with yourself is sit with your emotions with awareness, and they soften and they settle because they're getting kind, warm, loving attention. You're not adding thought or judgmental thoughts to the emotions that you're experiencing. So if you're anxious and you sit with your anxiety with awareness without thinking about why anxiety is here, without condemning it, it will ease. You will breathe with it. You will recognize it's there and it will soften and ease. And what's left is a kind of peaceful presence, the energy of awareness itself. And that energy of awareness itself is very, very healing, not just to this body, if I'm looking at my emotions, but also to everything because we're connected. It's all whole, it's all oneness. There's quantum physics and consciousness theories going on, even more so just now, where scientists are discovering and people are discovering that energy and healing distant is a workable thing. It can help to send that energy, and you're receiving the pain and suffering of what you see, and you're transforming it and sending it back as love and kindness and compassion. It's a very, very useful thing to do. So obviously there are groups. There are weekly groups. You just have to Google meditation saving the world, and all sorts comes up. And there are groups around the planet meditating together to send collective healing and energy to what people are seeing. It's very, very useful, and that's why I'm going to do it here in this video. But we need to go on a journey with ourselves as well, because we need to understand that um, when we feel sad and when we feel angry, it's our common compassion. It's actually okay to feel these things. And once we sit with those things for a little while, they transform and they become a higher vibration. They become higher consciousness, the consciousness, awareness. And we're informing awareness of the energy that we actually would like to see, the energy of itself. Because the energy of war and confrontation and fighting and all of this comes from ego. It comes from mind. It comes from individual thoughts that believe certain things that just isn't true, just isn't reality. So meditating comes back to reality, it comes back to now, it comes back to awareness of what is the truth. So when we enter meditation, we become true. We let go of our opinions and our criticisms and our judgments, and we enter awareness. And awareness has its own benevolent, kind, compassionate energy. So we do that with ourselves first, and then from that place, we influence and can help everybody in our life, everybody we come into contact with locally, but also energized globally. If we had millions of people sitting meditating, the world starts to shift. It's already happening. Already seeing it. There's a new earth coming. There's a new age coming. A lot of people are raising vibrations in themselves and becoming awareness, becoming this awareness. And awareness is solving all the issues. However, there are still a lot of atrocity and a lot of suffering in the world, and it's going to take a lot more collective effort to unravel that. Um, it's an interesting concept because if everything is one, then just individually alone, you're helping. But there's also a lot of people out there individually not helping because they're not awake yet. They're subconsciously running patterns and programs in their brain that they believe is right. So there's a big load of suffering still happening because people are still in their own thoughts about what should be, not what is. So when we heal the planet, when we come back to ourselves, we become the planet. We're not just doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the planet. And sometimes we can feel really helpless when we're on the other side of the world and we see things and we're like, I don't know what can I do to contribute? We can contribute by meditating, by sitting, by being, by sending out love, kind, compassionate energy, which is what awareness is. Not our thoughts, our criticisms, and our judgments of things, because if you're doing that, then you're still adding to the suffering that's in the world. So you're not separate from the suffering. If war is within you, then you're going to see war outside of you. So becoming peace and becoming our beingness is of utmost importance to everything. And I see a future where we're all being more mindful, we're all being more meditative, we're more reflective, more noticing deeply why things are happening. There's an understanding and a wisdom there. And there's an awareness of interbeing, of everything's connected. And when we get to that place, then we can really, really help. We're really in a solid foundation to assist. So with that said, let's just do a meditation just now for the planet. So first of all, I'd like you to close your eyes. I've got a singing bowl here I will hit and I will guide you through. Here we go. So just begin by noticing your body sitting, noticing your breath. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. And just notice how you feel. Notice any emotions or feelings. Is there a heaviness or a restlessness or a sadness or a helplessness? Just breathe with whatever's there. Just allow those feelings to exist. No fighting. Really feel how you feel. And just settling into the present moment with those feelings. Coming into the loving kindness of awareness. See if you can smile with yourself, just smile with the emotions that are there. You are divine and compassionate in your heart. And any reaction to the suffering that you see is part of your true nature. So that in itself is worthy of awareness and celebration, that we all want everything to be okay and at peace. So breathe in, feeling the air as you breathe in. Breathe out, feeling the air as you breathe out. Just begin to become peaceful. And you can do this by noticing the non-peacefulness within. Maybe thoughts or emotions. Just let things be. Coming into love for yourself. In so doing, giving love to the world. And you can visualize love as a white light entering your being as you breathe. Taking the love from the world and awareness, the highest consciousness, into your being. Becoming light. Breathing in light. Breathing out light. becoming one with the universe as you sit. No separation, just this whole existence. And so continue to observe your feelings. Noticing if anything is settling or calming or not. It can sometimes help to focus on the ground under your feet, becoming rooted with the earth. Your very presence is touching the earth, just as the earth's presence is touching you. All connected. And as you send light into yourself, just send it out through your whole body and into the earth. Give the earth your love and your compassion. And this compassion ripples and sends to everywhere as you sit. Everywhere that you can visualize, maybe what's currently happening in the world that you're aware of. Just sending this loving light to those areas in particular. Giving them full attention. Breathing in light. Breathing out light. May all beings have ease and be free of suffering. May those people who are still unawakened and in subconscious thoughts, may they too become aware, become conscious, become loving. And envisage people receiving that love, that kindness, that compassion. Again, just tuning in with your own body. How are you feeling? Is there any unrest in your body? Can you breathe and be aware of that unrest and send it love? Is there more peacefulness present within? So within, so without. Peace in the heart, peace in the world. So, just taking a few more conscious breaths. Maintaining that connection with all that is. And then, just when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back to your room. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video and for sending love and kindness to the world, for the planet. And as I say, meditating is for the planet. People who meditate on observation appear to be doing nothing, but the energy that they're creating is helping and assisting with what we see, and actually leads us to more compassionate action uh, in our own life, in our own bodies, in our own thoughts, but also to people we know and the environment we're in and the world we're in. So many meditators become quite active and quite compassionate towards suffering. And that's really the essence of mindfulness and meditation, is to alleviate suffering. There's a lot in the world, and we don't need to add any more with our own judgments and fears. We become peace, and we send that peace wherever we are, physically or emotionally, mentally, through consciousness, through awareness. Awareness is everywhere. So I hope that this video has helped to potentially ease your own emotions about things, and to also assist with what we see, and to give you hope that there are many, many people doing this similar work and really acting from compassion, acting from kindness. And there's a new earth, there's a shift happening. It's just getting through the next wee while. So thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful, kind, compassionate day with your own issues, your own life, and also with everybody who you come into contact with. So take care, and I'll see you in another video. Bye just now.